Craig runs Heli-hunter, and it's a helicopter hog eradication service here in Texas. Craig works with a lot of landowners to help them eradicate these non-indigenous invasive species. And this week, I'm gonna be helping him out.
As you can see, paparazzi. They just won't leave me alone.
Well, it's a long story. It actually started from a need as I actually had bought some land and was a landowner myself, trying to make a living off the land, and they were tearing me up. So I began to get quite a dislike for the hogs. Of course, I was young and trying to get used equipment to work and buying cheap equipment and working on it, and you know, you run into a big hog waller and bust your baler, you know, it's thousands of dollars, and to be honest, it seriously hurt financially to me. I felt it. And the state used to come in and fly. I actually used to pay money along with a lot of my neighbors, and we all paid money into the state, and they would come and fly one day a year. They would kill 100, 200 pigs, and it just wasn't enough. You've got to kill 70% of the pig population annually to maintain the population. That's what people don't understand. People don't understand how we don't run out of pigs. I'm just maintenance, man. I'm not killing them out. So we came up with a plan in 2009 where we would lease a helicopter, and in those days I just got to shoot all the time. It was in the good old days. And we would just fly the helicopter, and I would get to shoot. So that's how it all got started.
How cool is that? Well, last week I was hunting with Craig and learned a lot more about feral hogs, and I also learned a lot about the damage they cause by talking to a lot of Craig's local landowners. Mr. Martin, you said you've been here your whole life.
Yes, sir.
And so was your dad in this country. Now, have you seen a change in the hog population? I mean, are there more now than there used to be, or less?
Yes, sir. There used to not be any.
Cleared hot, cleared hot, cleared hot.
Very, very few.
No kidding, and they've overpopulated that fast.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me a little bit, because we were talking earlier about some of the damage that these pigs cause. In your opinion, you know, what kind of damage have you
Everything they do affects something. Wildlife, livestock, it's all the same. They just tear up the ground, tear up the fences, tear up the water troughs. And I remember when I was a young man, you might see a wild hog 1 or 2 a year, but it's different now. A man told me, a biologist told me, that you can take 10 piglets, 5 males and 5 females, and turn them out in 12 months, it'd be 150 hogs.
Yeah, because they breed that fast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
So you're tickled to see guys like Craig come in and try and help manage this.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. And you know, you can trap them, or you can catch them with dogs, which is fun. I love to do that. But Craig and them can kill more hogs in 2 hours than you can trap in a year's time.
Well, we got to the hotel at about 2:30 that morning. Everybody was beat, and Craig told us, "We want you up and ready to go at 7 in the morning." So I looked at Ryan and said, time we brush our teeth quick and hit the hay, we're looking at about 3.5 hours, but that's okay.
Well, it's 7 in the morning. We got about 3.5 hours, and we're gonna go meet the guys, head up in the air after piggies.
Like Craig says, if you're gonna play on the A-team, you better learn to play hurt. Well, right now we're following Craig, and it's obviously before the sun's even come up, and we're gonna go get geared up, get in the helicopter. Gonna be a good day. Johnny was raring to go. I was raring to go too. My eyes just weren't completely open. Well, that is until the helicopter took off. Once you start seeing pigs, it is absolutely awesome. And it's also really apparent that Craig and his guys are all about taking care of these hogs. It's about taking care of the landowners and doing whatever's best to get more hogs on the ground. They were serious about everything they did, and they wanted you to make every shot count. You know, the adrenaline rush of that red dot coming across the pig is absolutely awesome. Even though we were shooting depredating pigs and the job was to put them on the ground, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a blast doing it.
This one up here, get this one up here. There you go.
That is awesome!
Out your door.
Help me win, Ryan.
All right, clear it hot, clear it hot, clear it hot. All right, let them run a little bit, let them all get out there. All right, yeah. Clear it hot, clear it hot, clear it hot.
Ready, Ryan? Kill him. Back one right here. Yep, get it. We were in a target-rich environment, and the loopholed red dot helped me acquire targets faster so I could put more on the ground. The other thing that was cool is we were hovering over these pigs until the catch trucks could come up, find out where they were, and load them up. Literally, it was awesome just to watch the operation. We're shooting pigs, then we're identifying where it's at. The trucks are coming.
That's awesome. How you like it? Oh my God, having a blast.
They're picking the pigs up. Those guys that are on the truck are gutting the pigs literally almost as fast as we're shooting them. Well, maybe not quite as fast as I'm shooting them.
Bird at 3.
That is awesome!
I got one at my 2 o'clock.
You know, I've said it before, this isn't deer hunting, this isn't elk hunting, this is helping control a non-indigenous invasive animal that's become overpopulated in a lot of areas of Texas.
Tell you, we've got the truck coming. We'll get this one loaded. We've got 3 more we got to pick up. We're trying to get all these picked up as we don't tear all the trucks up. Yeah. It's kind of rough getting around, but we do what we can. Yeah. Man, you're doing a good job shooting them.
Thanks, man. I'm having a blast. And what's cool is all these pigs are going to go for a good cause. I mean, if you would explain to people, because really this is about eradicating a pest.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it's about. These pigs are causing a ton of damage. You can see the damage even from the air, where they're tearing up these guys' fields, they're tearing up crops. So don't get me wrong, I'm having a blast helping take care of this problem. But talk a little bit about where these pigs are going and why you make such an effort to take these pigs out of the field.
Well, that's something that we've added to the business. We started in 2009, and the farmers used to pay us to shoot them, and we just used to leave them lay. Then in 2011, the pork chopper bill passed, which allowed us to start taking customers. So we took the financial responsibility off the landowner, put it on the shoulders of the willing, which is the sportsmen that like to shoot. And kind of the last piece of the business was finding something to do with the pigs. We like to donate our hogs to Hogs for a Cause. They process it and distribute them, give the meat to needy families. We also are starting to develop a market where some of these pigs, like the boars, can go to dog food. We've got a new station in Hubbard, Texas, where we can take the pigs. They buy dead pigs. Some of the boars that normally people wouldn't want to eat, we have a market for that as well. So we like to pick them up. Landowners like for us to pick them up, but it's the hardest part of the job.
You know, I know we're never going to eradicate all the hogs, and Craig realizes that as well. But if we can keep them from a devastating force that's wiping out people's crops to a minor nuisance, well, we're helping out a lot of people. Well, to tell you how much fun it is, Ryan, who is running camera for me, thought it looked like an absolute blast. Said, Fred, I've got to try it out. Ryan hopped in there and had as much fun as I did. And I gotta tell you, Ryan put quite a few pigs on the ground as well. Between the two of us, we harvested almost 100 pigs in one morning. That tells you what an effective management tool flying a helicopter for hogs is.